Hello and welcome to Multifamily Investing with Bob Biggins. I am Bob Biggins and we've got a field video. We're out in the field today. What we're going to talk about today as we're going down is the windows. These are basement hopper windows, horizontal sliders some may call them. This one has already been done. I actually bought a little bit of the wrong size. It was a little too big, so we went directly right into the brick on this one. But we got it in, barely, and it looks great now. And we then did one after that. We've got wood. Actually, I'll come over to this one. We've got wood on top of the concrete ledge. And then the brick is here. The lintel is underneath here, holding up this brick. You see this is fresh brick here. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna oscillate tool this corner piece out. We're going to put plastic wood in there because we want this to be maintenance free forever. Plastic wood here, here, and here. And then put the new window in. We'll use this as our window stop, which sticks out here. And then we'll create a window stop down here and put the new window in. Just like we did over here. It was that. Now it's this. This is our plastic wood. Turned out to be 3 1/4 inches, top, bottom, and side. The window butts up against that, but this was that 2x right in there. And we just 16 gauge nail gunned that in with 2-inch nails and used some adhesive. We then put the window in up to the window stops, sealed it all in, and used the window drip ledge that got snapped into place here. And then on top of that, we put the 1/4 inch plastic wood with 1/4 inch down here, made a little drip edge off that, sealed it all in with silicone. We use mortar caulk out here. I'll show you what that is later in the video. And we just use pure white silicone around the plastic areas. So we're gonna do a step-by-step on this, but that's a completed one, and we're gonna do a second completed one here shortly. The reason that we're going to oscillate this out was because we pried it out before and this whole wooden casing frame came loose. We don't want it to get loose again, so we're going to oscillate it out. Use an oscillating tool just like this. Just cut down each side. Cut down the other side on the inside. Tough cutting through the nails sometimes, so maybe I'll get it off with a pry bar now. Again, the key is just don't disturb the main wood. Probably needs a little more oscillating on that brick side, but it's real close. That caulk can be a real bear in there, that probably 50-year-old caulk. There we go. I think we'll cut them right off because it's pushing everything out of the way.
Okay, well here we are getting ready to finish installing these window stops. Before we silicone or nail anything in, we always want a dry fit just to make sure that we don't have any emergencies or anything pop up where it's not going to fit. Especially you don't want to be cutting with a saw after you get plastic dust or dust all over everything. So I'm going to install the tall horizontal one here first. So I'm going to just get a little bit of silicone on here. And then we're just going to get her up here in place. Take our nail gun. Okay, got that good and snug. Now we'll do this right one here. Whoops, almost put it upside down. So I don't know if you can see that right here. So we put a slight angle on this to match the slope of the sill plate. Okay, get that in there nice and tight. Put one more nail in there to hold that, otherwise that seam is going to be opened up. And that's that. Then we're just going to do the next one here, and our window will be able to go in. We're going to use this as a window stop. So we'll put the window in from the inside. It'll go up against these stops here. That'll hold the window in place until we get her screwed in, and then we'll put some stops in on the inside, and we'll show you that in a different video. Same thing here. One more nail. Oh, that in there nice and tight. And that's it. Now we'll go put our window in. Okay, now you can see our window has been installed. All we do is you tilt it kinda and you push it in the bottom from the outside, and then you lay it up against these stops. And you can see how these, so we haven't siliconed any of this yet. So what we're gonna be doing next is we're gonna be siliconing the window here to the stops. But before we even do that, we can see we have this old wood here. So we're gonna trim this out with that plastic wood that we showed in the video before this. And then right now you can see also is once we put this window in here up against the stops, we screwed it in place into the old 2x that was behind this plastic wood. So stay tuned and we will show you the finished product. Thank you.
Welcome back. We have the window back in now, and it's being caulked out this around. I thank Ryan for doing the last portions of the video. I was out and busy, so he's drawn a nice bead of pure white silicone caulk. You really don't want to use Alex caulk, which is water-based painter's caulk, because that will get very dirty over time and you'll end up having to paint the plastic wood. You can paint the plastic wood, but then after you paint it, you got to keep painting it forevermore. It's going to get pretty nasty every 5 years or so. But the silicone white stays pretty good. Now all the silicone caulking is done. Ryan is putting on some, we call it mortar caulk. Actually, pull that mortar caulk back, Ryan. Let's show people what this is, this product. It is a Quikrete. I like this the best because it turns good and hard, but it's got some pliability to it, and it looks just like mortar. It's a chemical-based product, not a Portland-based product, and it really looks good, and it's very pliable. And once it does harden up, it takes a while to harden up, but once it does, it's almost as hard as mortar. Hello, and we are all finished. The next day, the caulks are all dry. We've got our mortar caulk on here, good and solid, all the way around where it touches the brick surfaces. We've got silicone, where it's plastic to plastic or vinyl window to, we use PVC board here, and silicone down here, and plastic, or we call mortar caulk down there. So the project took, all told, a couple of hours. Special thank you to Ryan, my helper, who helped me out while I was running an errand. And I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I do appreciate your time. And if you have any real estate needs, feel free to reach out, 269-849-6648. And this episode of Multifamily Investing with Bob Biggins is signing out.